Story 1, shared by Olminagoon. Title: My GF makes me feel like a pervert. My 27 meters GF28F has a low libido. Add to that she works around 60 hours a week and takes the pill, kind of killing any libido she has. Now, I want taunted that I have a lot of patience with the situation. It's not her fault by any means. I respect her boundaries. Don't try anything when I think she's not in the mood and tiptoe around the issue, always giving her the benefit of the doubt. As a victim of SA myself, I really don't want her to feel like she needs to say yes. If I feel like she's saying yes due to pressure, then I'm unable to reform because I feel like a pervert or worse. Consent is super important to me. I do try to take some of her mental load onto me, doing most of the household chores, running errands, cooking, etc. I also asked if we should switch to other contraceptives, which she immediately denied, irritated. I offered to share the bill for the pills, but she denied that too. We haven't been intimate for 2 weeks now, which isn't long, but she has been distant all the time and refuses physical contact. She's clearly bothered when I want to hug or cuddle, and just gets angry and defensive when I approach the subject. I wasn't able to perform last night because I felt like she didn't want it and she broke down in tears. Told me that if she isn't enough, I should just go and look for a sex worker. We talked for over an hour about the situation. She was angry at me and I tried to handle it with neutral comments and statements. I don't think it worked. She refused to cuddle afterwards, which feels like a stab in the heart. TBH, I left and slept on the couch, feeling rejected. I eventually woke up and went to bed next to her an hour or so before she woke up, not sure if she even noticed I was gone. Any advice on how to approach the subject? Was I the a-hole? Edit. For context, me and my GF have been together for 3 years. Edit 2. Thank you everyone for sharing your thoughts and advice. This probably was the wrong subreddit. The problem wasn't the sex. I tried to talk to her and it escalated. She eventually wiped me with a towel in the face. She immediately apologized a minute later, but because of personal trauma I'm done. I'll look for a new apartment. I love her, but I don't feel safe here anymore. Again, thanks for sharing. Story 2, shared by Blue Jay from America. My wife and I opened our marriage and swapped with another couple. We had very different experiences. How should we deal with them? My wife 42F and I for 3M have been together for 25 years now, and since our youngest kid also moved out last year and we have an empty house, we have been experimenting with and spicing up our sex lives to make up for all the lost time. 8 to 9 months ago, a couple we have been friends with for a while told us that they frequently do partner swaps with other couples and how it helps keep their sex life fresh and interesting while avoiding usual open marriage jealousy and issues. They proposed swapping with us, and after some thought we decided to do it because we have spent the majority of our romantic, sexual life with each other and not experienced much with other people before. It was a really wild and fun experience, and since then we have swapped with them and dozens of other couples regularly. Even though we were a bit skeptical about it causing issues, surprisingly things have been chill and there's no jealousy or negative feelings, probably because we're both doing it and discuss our experiences later. It has made our intimate life a lot more fulfilling, and I find my wife even more desirable now, and not just the mom of my kids. About 2 weeks ago, we met a couple, Jake 32M and Katie 3 for F through our partner swap FB group. They looked cool and I was attracted to Katie and my wife to Jake, so we swapped with them. I had a great time with Katie. She was hot, sensuous, funny. We both loved it and even discussed doing it again. When I told my wife the next day about it, she was happy for me, but said that her experience was really average, that Jake didn't know much about pleasuring her, and it was very random and overall she was unsatisfied. I can believe her because during my time with Katie, she also explained several times how it was the first time she was experiencing several things, sensations, and even that I was better than her usual. Anyway, I told her that we don't have to swap with them again if she didn't enjoy, even though I wish I could get together with Katie again. Now the issue is that they have been hitting us up regularly trying to set up another session, especially since I told Katie that night that I'd be 100% down for it again, and wife had also told Jake she liked it out of politeness. We are running out of excuses, and the truth feels rude to say. They also live in our community, so ghosting wouldn't be the best idea. What's the best way to handle this? Told her, wife and I hooked up with another couple, but wife was left unsatisfied. The couple wants to do it again, but we don't know how to respond. Story 3 shared by Ben Kotover. Title, I was asleep and my current partner thought I was awake because I was moaning and moving. We had sex and I woke up partway through, right as I was getting extremely excited, turned on. I was kind of in shock, but I was so wet and came more than once. I obviously told my partner that I don't remember starting to have sex or initiating anything, but that I really enjoyed the sex we did have once I was awake. He asked me if I felt violated or if he crossed a line. He told me that when he started to play with me, I was gyrating and moaning, which to him was a signal that I was into it, which my body clearly was. I don't feel violated, which is strange, no? I actually told him that I would probably enjoy him getting me started while I'm asleep. Is that crazy? Waking up soaking wet and incredibly turned on was so enjoyable to me. He's not sure if it's crossing a line, but says he would be fine with it so long as I have told him I liked it. Thoughts? Anyone else experience this? Story 4 shared by Famine from America. Title, I only get turned on by old, young sex and it's ruining me. Using a throwaway account. I 23F have a boyfriend and the sex we have is very passionate, but whenever I have to masturbate on my own, thinking of our sex doesn't turn me on. Before I met him I ran into the old, young subreddit and I was first weirded out, but the taboo aspect of it made me keep watching it. Now it's become very bad that I cannot masturbate or finish without watching an old, young video or of a grandpa having sex with a young girl and imagining myself in her place. I am away from my boyfriend for 2 months in long distance, and when I have to masturbate, this is the only thing which keeps me going. This makes me feel so guilty because in real life I am not attracted to old people and I really love my boyfriend and our intimacy and the sex we have. I would like to only think of him while doing it, but when I do, I cannot masturbate or even get turned on sometimes. Please help me if there is any way to get out of this. Edit. Thank you for the replies. After reading everything, I've gotten an idea about it. I wanted to clarify that my boyfriend is new to sex and I am his first girlfriend. He has hooked around before, but doing only foreplay. He was introduced to many things like BDSM through me. So I think if I will talk to him about it, I will do it really slowly as he is not known to many kinds of kinks and how they work. Secondly, I won't be ashamed of my kinks as the comments suggested, but I figured I would keep them in control and not let it take over my IRL sex life. Story 5 shared by Mike Loves from UK. Title, How do I have sex as a blind person? I need advice because I've never been taught. Side note, I was looking through the flares. What the hell does aardvark mean? Hi there, I'm blind and I'm 21 years old. I don't really know anything about sex because nobody has taught me anything. I don't have a girlfriend and I don't have anyone that I can really talk to or try out any of these things, but I'm curious about sex and I'm just wondering, how do you even have sex to begin with? Like, what do you actually do? I just really need someone to talk to. And I need someone to help explain this. I've seen it on here a lot. What is vanilla sex? That makes no sense to me. I don't understand what vanilla has to do with anything, and then rough sex. I just don't understand any of this shit, like at all. Like if someone were to ask me to have sex with them, I would be like sure, and then I would just stand there like an idiot, not knowing what the fuck to do. This is all just so confusing to me. Story 6 shared by Meloncop from London. Title: I had sex with my friend and regret it a lot. I'm a 19 years old girl. I had sex with a friend to 4M a while ago, not long after breaking up with my GF to OF. At the time, I would say that I enjoyed it, but now that I've been able to think more clearly, I regret it. I feel like I was going through an emotional time with the breakup and my judgment was distorted. It was a bad idea. It had a big influence on our friendship and the friendship with my ex as well. I'm not asking whether this is SA or not. I don't think he took advantage of me. I just don't know how to really go on with this friendship. He still often makes jokes about it, and I feel like he thinks he's still got a chance to do it again. I've expressed clearly to stop with the jokes and it won't happen again, but he didn't see it as a big problem. I don't know how to communicate that in hindsight I feel negative about what happened and I don't really know what to do. Something in me even feels like maybe it would be better to not be friends anymore. Edit. Besides me clarifying that I do not question whether it's SA, some people apparently feel the need to bring it up anyways. First of all, it's against the rules to discuss whether it is SA or not, and secondly, it seems that some people use the opportunity to throw around alt-right dog whistles, putting down feminists as people who are just out to get men and sue them. Story 7 shared by Rock from Australia. Title: We're both stupid kids and unable to find good info. Please advise. My girlfriend and I just had unprotected sex for the first time. I did not ejaculate in her. I am aware that you can get pregnant for pre-cum, but that the odds are low. I did ejaculate outside, wiped her and myself off, and have her clean me with her mouth before re-entering. I'd have her take a plan B, but she's only 5 to 7 days out from her period and has almost certainly ovulated already if she isn't doing so today, therefore rendering the preventative mechanism of Plan B not applicable to our situation. It also has made her extremely ill in the past, so since it's already likely not gonna change anything, I'd like not to make her suffer for no reason. We will not be making this mistake again and I will be wrapping up from now on. However, I do need some guidance on what we ought to do this time. Story number 8 shared by Conservio from France. Title: How the hell do I subtly indicate to my partner that I want to have sex? I'm a woman and my partner is a man. We both have very high sex drives. I'm a very direct person and whenever I want to have sex, I ask for it. If I know we will have sex later that day, I'll want it sooner rather than later. When he tells me no, I back off and let him lead. I have tried doing other things like wearing particular clothes and things he likes, being naked, etc., sending dirty pics if I'm really horny. The issue is, 90% of the time he tells me no. It has taken a blow to my self-esteem. I recently talked to him about it and he said he didn't like how aggressive I was when trying to initiate and preferred subtly. He suggested sitting by him naked. One, I honest to God don't see how asking for sex directly is aggressive, so I will talk to him about that more. 2, I've never been subtle a day in my life. I have absolutely no idea how to subtly indicate I want to have sex that would excite him.